It's been said that life is motion. Nothing could be more true. Therefore, if you move better, you'll live better, and statistically, you'll live longer. Hi, I'm Dr. Bob Rakowski. Welcome to this week's MovNat Health and Lifestyle Tip number 4, Move and Breathe Better. A 32-year study out of Michigan University showed that people who exercise the very least die the earliest. People that did anywhere from 0 to 2 hours of exercise a week died the earliest. Interestingly enough, as they broke people into groups, people that exercised more than 25 hours a week died next in the study. So you can get too much of a good thing. There are some things that are not very natural for human beings to do, like run marathons, for instance. Evidence shows that when people run a marathon, there is both biochemical and electrocardiographic evidence of heart damage in even elite runners that run the Boston Marathon. So we want to move naturally in ways that our bodies were meant to move. We want to run, we want to jump, we want to crawl, we want to swim, we want to lift, we want to carry, we want to throw things. We want to exercise in terms of combatives. In fact, some of the fittest populations in the history of the planet were people like the Spartans, who were trained in combatives. This is an amazing way to get our bodies strong and fit and healthy. Well, so how do we move right? Well, it starts with efficient motion. We have hundreds of joints in our body. Every one of them were meant to move every single day. Highest concentration of joints is in the spine. So Hippocrates said, "You're as old as your spine," and he's right. You look at people that sit all day, and they get good at sitting all day. This is called the SAID principle, specific adaptation to imposed demand. If you sit, your hip flexors shorten. That pulls your lumbar spine into an increased lordosis. Your thoracic spine has an exaggerated curve, and you have a forward head posture. Look around and see if that's not the norm. All of these things are bad and lead to progressive degeneration. So moving right also involves breathing right. It's interesting, most of us are chest breathers. We breathe shallow. And we know that physiologically there's distinct advantage to deep diaphragmatic breathing. As you breathe deep into your belly, you'll oxygenate your lungs to a much higher level. You'll actually compress the organs in the abdomen, essentially giving them a massage with every deep breath. My favorite way to breathe right is when you have no choice, and that's when you're doing intense physical activity. It's automatic then to take deep diaphragmatic breaths, especially when you push yourself to the limit. We know that a number of studies show that exercise is an effective cure for things like depression. We know that intense exercise increases a major brain chemical called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which increases serotonin, one of our happy chemicals, and increases learning. We know that learning is 20% faster after intense physical activity. The greatest fear of people in the U.S. after the age of 55 is that they will outlive their mind. And if you get to be 85 years old, sadly, there's a 50-50 chance that that's true. Well, the most active seniors have less than half the incidence of Alzheimer's and neurodegeneration. It starts with efficiency. Move right in a healthy way. Take advantage of all your joints in all their ranges of motion. And after you become efficient, you can increase your intensity, your complexity, and the volume that you move. And that's one of the brilliant MovNat principles of exercise. I'm Dr. Bob Rakowski, wishing you health, happiness, and success always.